Hello and welcome to Do You Watch Anime? I almost forgot the name of the podcast. This is great. This is why I have coffee right beside me. And it's a show hosted by me, Adam Corky, where I ask a guest, do you watch anime? And we go from there. And today is joining me
Lich is Light or Daniel.
There we go.
Yep.
And I
hello.
swear to God.
Got a little guest in here.
And Casper, if you start eating your ass again, I swear to God. So anyway, besides Casper interrupting, thank you so much. Shout out Casper one time. So, do you watch anime?
Oh, I watch way too much anime.
It's a good way to start.
Yeah, it's I got into it and just taken over my entire life. But yeah, it's a journey.
Yep. I mean, I understand that. I feel that. This is like an AA meeting for anime. No. Before we start, I have a gift for you.
Perfect. Love to hear that.
We got this in New York, and it was a mystery Rent-A-Girlfriend pin. Or button, sorry. And Moon was like, I swear to God, if I get this character, I'm going to scream. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I walked off, and all I hear is, no! Like, straight up. And I was like, oh, she got the character, so here you go.
Perfect. You mean the not just the character, Moon, it's the best character from Rent-A-Girlfriend.
No.
It is the best out of all, out of 5 now. I think the 5th girl is going to be from the 2nd season. Oh, but it's the best girl herself, Mommy. Like, I fucking love this. I'm pinning this to my shirt right now. I mean, you have the other 3 girls here. Might as well represent the best girl.
Might as well. God. So, okay. Okay. I finally have someone on who actually also watches Rent-A-Girlfriend.
Yes.
Because when I try to explain it, everyone goes, you watch what?
It's definitely one of those shows that is like can't explain it until you actually watch it.
Yeah.
It's just a fever fest of everything. That's probably the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
But like right now I'm in season 2. I'm not caught up week to week with it. I'm taking my time with it because it's one of those shows that I can't watch week to week. I have to let it build up. Yeah. Right. If I'm gonna be full DGen, I need to be DGen for like 5-6 episodes. Yeah. But yeah, it's a great story. Unfortunately, for what they're doing in the manga right now, from what I'm hearing, it's I've kind of been avoiding the manga as much as I can.
Please avoid the manga as much as you can.
I hear it's gotten very weird.
Yep.
But I'm ready to see it animated.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a whole shrine of Rent-A-Girlfriend in my shelf right there. It's like straight up it's Rent-A-Girlfriend and whatever romance, and there's Hell's Paradise on there. I don't know why.
It's still a romance anime, I find. He's doing it all for love.
Yeah, exactly. I think the thing that I like about Rent-A-Girlfriend is it's a dumpster fire that I can't look away from. Like there's moments where I have literally told Moon, I'm done. I'm out. And I read the manga. Like I have to pause reading the manga for a bit because I get so mad. But like I'm like, I think I'm done. And then something will come up and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna read more. And so I treat it like reality TV.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. And there's actually our services like this in Japan. Like when I went down there to visit, I'll be honest, I looked for something like that because I wanted to experience what this main character did, right? I want to be like, because if what's happening to him in the anime is like, is it possible this could be real life? Unfortunately, couldn't find one. Too hard to find. Maybe next time I go down, if I'm not with my current partner. That's the big thing. Yeah. God. So, how did you get into anime originally? Yeah, that's so I think I got back into anime maybe like 10, 12 years ago. Like when you were a kid growing up, watching the classic stuff like Naruto, stuff like that. But what really sat with me was when I first started, I went through I was in a very big like depressive period of my life. And one of my closest buddies, Artan, actually sat me down and he's like, have you ever watched anime? And I'm like, no, man, like it's not my thing. Like I don't really care about it. He's like, all right. He grabs a bottle of whiskey, puts it on the table, and he's like, okay, we're going to watch Death Note. Just you and I, we're going to sit here. We're just going to watch about it. We did about 12, 15 episodes just straight. We stayed up the entire night. We were just drinking whiskey, watching it.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I fell into a giant hole. And like, I'm thankful for it because one, it helped me get out of that depressive period. Like, cause it was an escape of reality for me, which to this day and it's still one of my favorite things to watch as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I got into it, and it's been an adventure ever since.
Yeah.
Right?
Damn. So from like you go, you watch like Death Note.
Yeah.
Where did you go from there?
Oh, so I went from Death Note to Attack on Titan because I heard a lot of people talking about Attack on Titan at the time. That was during the time when it was just finished the first season.
Okay.
And then it was on that super long break.
Yeah.
And then I went down my D-Gen path.
Oh.
Where we're talking High School DxD,
Oh, boy.
Kiss X Sis,
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
Oh,
and
my God.
I was probably there for maybe like 7-8 months, and then I was like, you know what? Let's see what else there is to offer. And then I started
There's
getting
gotta
into
be
the,
something else.
the bigger
Yeah.
ones like One Piece and Bleach and all that again, and then I still go back to it, but not as much.
Yeah. So I hadn't heard of High School DxD before, and during the literally the lockdown, I put on Instagram and I was like, recommend me anime and I'll react to it.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, and someone said High School DxD, and I put it on, and I was like, thank God I'm alone, because I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
I assumed it was going to be raunchy through the XD.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was just like, you guys got me to watch this? Yeah. God
Yeah,
damn.
that's another dumpster fire, but it's got a great, like, besides of all the other like stuff that happens, like the boobs and everything that you see in it, it's got a good storyline.
Yeah.
Like, it's a surprisingly good storyline.
That's the most annoying part.
Yeah. And like with the I think it was season 4 that just came out recently, maybe like a year or two ago, and then they're talking about season 5 coming out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that when it comes out, 100%, because the story is that good.
Yeah. God. So, okay, I just had a person on here last week, just trying to think of upload schedules. Last week that will not touch One Piece.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you were talking to that person right now, how would you pitch it? Because they're like 1,000 episodes. That's scary.
No, the 1,000 episodes definitely is scary. I think when I first started getting into One Piece, they were on like episode 700, and I was saying the same thing at the beginning. And what my friend told me was actually read up until the time skip, up until like Marineford, and like watch Marineford because that's like one of the greatest arcs of all time, and then start watching from there. You skip about 400 to 500 episodes, so you do skip a lot of it just by reading it. You can get through it a lot faster with reading.
Yeah.
But once you get to that time skip, that's when the story starts developing so much more. You're starting to see new characters. You're starting to see like little Easter eggs. Like, for example, this is a little spoiler for anyone who doesn't watch One Piece, but there's an arc called Thriller Bark where it's like a haunted island and everything, and they run into this zombie who's actually from the land of Wano.
Okay.
And we just finished the Land of Wano arc.
Yeah.
And that's like years apart. Like, I think it was like 15 or 14 years
Jesus.
apart. Like, that's how foreshadowed the story is.
Wow.
So once you can look past the episode numbers, then you can really enjoy it, right? It's every show is going to be long. Like, Pokemon is over 1,000 episodes, but there's people out there who watch it all. There's people who will watch Naruto, but Naruto is 700 episodes long. Like, as long as you get rid of that number and just enjoy the characters and the story, you'll go through that like nothing.
Yeah.
Like, my old boss, he started One Piece maybe, I want to say about 3 months before the Gear 5 came out.
Oh, wow.
And he watched it nonstop, caught up, and was ready to watch the Gear 5 launch the day it came out with all of us.
Jesus.
And it was one of the greatest things he said he's ever done with anime.
Wow. God damn. Yeah, god damn. Because, like, I pick One Piece up and then drop it and then pick it up and drop it.
You'll have those moments as well. Like, that's
Yeah.
completely fine to do as
Yeah.
well. But, like, once you get past the time skip, that's when the story starts becoming real.
Yeah. So before we started recording, you mentioned that you, on the way here, you made a top 5 list.
Yes, I did.
All right, let's hear it, because that's always.
It's always good.
Yeah.
Actually, I believe I got some animes here that you would. I know you will watch. Well,
Yeah.
I've probably seen all of these, but probably not the conditional on people's top 5 list.
Yeah.
Like starting at number 5, I have Mushoku Tensei.
Oh hell yeah!
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, it is.
Yes.
One of the greatest isekais of all time.
Absolutely.
The second season, people are saying like, oh, it sucked. It was slow, but they don't understand that it's building the character.
Yeah.
He went through like such a traumatic phase. That's him coming out of it to bring him back even stronger.
Yeah.
At number 4, I got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, another fantastic series. And then number 3 is actually a movie. It's Your Name.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yes, it is one of my favorite romance movies of all time. I watch
Yeah.
it like twice a year. Just showed Nora it for the first time ever. Number 2 is actually One Piece.
Okay.
So, but the one that takes the number 1 spot for me is actually Dr. Stone.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Dr. Stone, I actually just finished reading the manga. It's such a great story, and everything he does is legit as well. So like Mythbusters actually watched some little clips from Dr. Stone, and they're like, yeah, the science that he's doing is legit.
Oh, that's so
So
sick.
he actually shows you how to do things. Like there'll be like a mecha senku that pops up, and
Yeah.
he'll show you like how to like do these experiments at home, so you actually can like do it. But it just shows that everything he does is a reality.
Wow. That is I still think it's one of the most underrated shonen.
Oh, 100%.
Like
yeah.
almost ever, because it's barely talked about. Like I think I've watched up to season 2, and when Hayden, who's been on the show, moved to Calgary, he wanted to watch anime because he missed us, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I recommended him Dr. Stone because he liked stuff that was like kind of rooted in reality. And then I think he's either caught up or like a season behind, but he's like, I love it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's so well done, and like even like where we're at right now in the anime, it's gonna get even better. Like the stuff that he's gonna be building, the adventure he goes on with everyone, everything that goes through his mind is just so exhilarating. Put it in the same ways as Hangu does. But it's definitely a good, it's a feel good watch. It's not like crazy like the typical shonen animes. I feel like that's why it's a little underrated. It's not like crazy fight scenes or anything. There's no special powers. Yeah. But he gets into fights himself. Like there are moments in this whole series where he's going to be fighting someone, but he doesn't fight them in the traditional way of shonen. He's using his mind to overpower them. And it's a cool little take on the fights there, and like to see what he comes up with on the spot, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's I fucking love, and I love the animation. The art style is so different.
It's so cool. It's
so good.
And it's actually it's not even written by a Japanese writer.
Oh, really?
It's actually written by a Korean writer.
Okay.
He's right now he's one of the top foreign writers for Shonen Jump with his series. I think Dr. Stone is his only one, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Wow. Jesus, that's so cool. Yeah. God damn. So I just blanked for a minute. There we go. So there was a divisive one on the list. Jojo.
Yes.
A very divisive one. I have some friends who dislike the art style.
Okay. Moon's over there pointing at herself.
Yeah. What would you say to kind of entice them to give Jojo a chance?
So I actually saw this one meme not too long ago that actually made my friends start watching JoJo's.
Oh wow!
Let me see if I can find it. So it actually has to do with part 6, Stone Ocean, the best one.
Yep.
So it's Stone Ocean is comparing like both these. Yeah. So it's the 6th installment of the series. A female protagonist, takes place in Florida, and it starts in a prison. Yeah. GTA 6 is basically just a Stone Ocean reference.
Jesus Christ.
So we are getting Stone Ocean in Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. And I know the art style, it turns people off with it, but it's such a unique art style. You're not going to see that anywhere else. And once you look past that, like it's so hard to, like, when you focus on one bad thing about an anime, it kind of ruins everything else for it. Once you get past the art style and just look at the big buff men and like the everything.
All good.
And once you just enjoy the story, it's crazy to see how things from part 1 are still in part 6. Yeah. And how it all comes together. And now that part 6 is over, reality's all messed up, and now we're getting a whole new line, which is I keep hitting that.
Oh, good. I love Jolene so much.
Oh yeah, she is the top out of all the JoJo characters. It's literally Jolene, and then Jotaro, and then Josuke, and then unfortunately Jonathan's so low. But he's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
God damn. Like because I used to be a JoJo like hater, like because I've tried 4 different goddamn times.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until recently where I was like, okay, this isn't. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Because I started reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is written so much better.
Yeah.
I will admit to that. But David Productions, the animation studio, does it justice.
Yeah.
Like they really do bring justice to the whole animation. But the story is, I find the story shows more action. Like in part 5, Golden Wind, there's a page called the 7-page Muda.
Yeah.
Where it's Giorno doing the Mudas, and it's literally just 7 pages of you flipping, and it's about 2 minutes in the anime. But like it loses the hype there because when you're reading it, you're flipping the pages and you're seeing him just absolutely destroy the shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
But it loses that there, but it's still done so well. And the voice actors that they get, like,
oh my god,
Dio's voice actor is one of the greatest voice actors of all time. Like if he doesn't win voice like a voice acting of the year award this year with Crunchyroll, I'm gonna riot. Because he's been in everything.
Yeah.
Like he was Zeke from Attack on Titan. He's Toji from Jujutsu Kaisen. He's in so many more that I keep forgetting the names, but he's up there right now where he should come through.
God damn, yeah. I like because I I wanted to like it so bad because I think like it's the first anime to cross over into fashion and like into that kind of and I think that the way the mangaka creates every single goddamn character is 1, batshit insane, and 2, fucking beautiful. Like, oh god.
Did you know the mangaka was actually high on acid for most of the time he was writing these stories?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what? That makes complete sense.
There's parts that he has admitted in interviews that he doesn't remember writing. Because he was like so high, and it's like JoJo's is another fever fest, but it is so well written, and yes, the fashion as well. Like, I think I saw not too long ago that Vans actually did a partnership with Golden Wind, and they looked so cool. And then Balenciaga did a lineup as well, and it's stuff we need over here.
Yes, yes, get it over here. Come on. All right, the meat and the potatoes that I wanted to get into because, Froppy, I hate you. I hate you. I love you, but I hate you. So I was the biggest proponent of watching Black Clover because it's got some, what the fuck, issues. I don't fucking know. Not issues. I don't know. It
has a few issues.
Yeah, it has a few things that I've heard from people, and I'm like, oh, do I want to watch this? Blah, blah, blah. And then Froppy told me about it on the podcast, and I was like, fuck, that sounds really good. So I want to tell you a story.
Okay.
So,
story time. Love it.
Yeah. So it was just a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago, actually. I think I'm on episode 32.
Nice.
Yep. And I love it. I'm loving it.
Are you watching a dub or sub?
Dub.
Perfect. Yeah.
And so I noticed something I went, uh-oh. So this shot happens and it's regular animation. And then it turns back to a character and their eyes are so far apart from each other. And the animation just goes down and down. And I'm like, I texted Froppy. I was like, what just happened?
So I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what you're talking about. I might have missed that when I was watching it because I was so like hyped up with it and everything.
Yeah.
I watched it in the sub. I'm actually happy when Froppy was recommending it to you that she told you to watch it in dub.
Yeah.
Because the first 15 episodes in sub are fucking horrible. Asta is so loud and so annoying that actually I found a YouTube video of just him screaming, and it's like a very like annoying scream to the point that I downloaded it and I put it as my dad's ringtone. Oh, so every time I hear that annoying scream, I'm like, okay, not answering that.
Yeah,
just immediately mute it.
Yeah. So what was it about Black Clover that you were like, yes?
I don't no idea really. I remember reading about it the first time. I heard it had like a bunch of like One Piece and Naruto and Bleach animators all coming together to work on it, so I was really excited for it. I started it at episode 1.
Oh wow!
Like the day episode 1 came out, that's when I was week to week with it, and I've been week to week with it ever since.
God damn.
I think the thing I love most about it is the characters. Like, Asta has the rival with where it's his brother. They're rivals. They're both competing to be the Wizard King. But it doesn't just stick with those two. Like I feel like in Naruto it does, where it just shows like those guys. Black Clover actually takes it up a step where you see the groups get involved as well. And like the more you watch, because I don't want to get like, don't want to spoil it or anything for you. This is a great series to watch. But you'll actually see the team around him grow alongside him.
Oh, I love
and then
that.
it brings like a whole group together. Like when you get to the Elf arc, the Elf arc is by far one of the best ones.
Okay.
Up until what's being written in the manga right now.
Okay.
And then it's gonna be insane. But no, I was really happy when Froppy announced and like said it for you to watch it. Like it was be like, this is something Adam would really enjoy.
Yeah. I'm loving it, and it's this year especially with Mushoku Tensei and Frieren, and we watched Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. All of these fantasy stuff is coming back into my life, and I'm like, fuck, I'm just like crack.
Yeah, it's the fantasy always gets you, right?
Yeah.
Because it does like it brings you out of the reality that you're in right now, and it just kind of like puts you in there, and you can just focus on that.
Yeah.
But the one thing I like about Black Clover that I believe the same way with like Mushoku Tensei was Asta doesn't have the same abilities as everyone else because of he doesn't have any magic or anything. But he doesn't care. He still wants to prove to everyone that he can be the best, which he ends up like. It's not done yet. Yeah, it's still going, but he's going to be right. And the fact that someone with the 4-leaf clover is like saying like, oh, like this guy is like my rival, like 100%. But that's the same with Mushoku Tensei. The reason why it's the greatest isekai, I'm saying, is because it goes past all isekais. By when you get into this new world, every person like. No matter what isekai you watch, they always forget about their past life. Yeah, they come in overpowered. They do whatever they want. They meet the nice girls, stuff like that. The trauma's there for Rudius, and it affects him.
And that's what I like about it, because you know, yes, he does some really bad.
He's perverted.
He's perverted.
Yeah.
He's a pervert.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a mechanism in a way. Because he's so fucked up, right?
Yeah. And it's but it's cool to see how he grows, and the fact that like I don't know if you read the manga at all for Mushoku Tensei.
No.
So in the manga, without basically spoiling it, you actually see him grow more. Like we're gonna see him get to like when he's like a super old man and stuff like that. So we're gonna see his whole story, which is gonna be fantastic. But that pervertedness doesn't go away. That's part of him. Yeah. But once he gets older, it's a little bit more dialed down. It's not like when he was a kid running around with the panties on his face.
Now hear me out. No,
like when I'm gonna be cosplaying Rudius. Like right now, I'm 3D printing his staff and everything, and Nora is gonna be doing Best Girl Roxy.
Oh yes, yes, thank you. Okay.
Everyone else says Eris. I don't see it.
No,
I don't see it.
She's too angry,
and I'm a Toga stan, and I don't see Eris. Like, yeah. So, but I already told her, like, just so you know, like when we're walking around, I need the Holy Grail. I was like, I'm going to be walking around with a box with the Holy Grail in it.
God.
And she's like, are you serious? I'm like, you have to give me the Holy Grail. Like, this is a must.
Oh, God. Whenever because I do recommend it because it is such a good story.
Yeah, it's a lot like Frieren. Like, you see the whole environment. You see the story between them. It's not fast-paced. Yeah. But you learn to love the characters.
Yeah, I love that, and the whole like world around Mushoku Tensei is so well thought out.
Yes, like we're only on the tip of the iceberg for that. Yeah,
and like the fact that the fucking author made it like how many different languages for this?
Oh, like so many. Yeah. Because like there's like just the languages in the story as well. Like there's the beast language, the demon language, the human language. It's all over the place. Yeah. And but I believe he learns all of them. I can't remember exactly.
I think he does, because that's like one of his like special things.
Yeah, I really want to see where it goes because after they met Orsted in season 1, that kind of like threw us all for a loop.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see what else comes through with that.
Yeah, I love it. So going back to Black Clover, who is your favorite character?
My favorite character in Black Clover?
Yeah.
So that's a tough one. It is kind of tied 4-2 for me.
Mm-hmm.
William Vengeance is one of them. He's the leader of the Golden Dawn.
Okay,
He's the captain and all that. He is one of my like favorite characters as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then Yami from the Black Bulls.
Fuck yeah.
Like this Yami's attitude of like no fucks given, just doesn't care. He's there to do anything. And his once you get more into it, you're gonna like start learning more about him, and he's gonna be sick. Like Asta and everything. I love Asta 100%. The story's all based around him.
Yeah.
He's a top tier character, but I feel like these two are even better than Asta.
Yeah. Right now my favorite's Noelle.
She's a beauty.
Yeah,
she's a beauty.
Noelle and Yami are my favorites. Just I love the where I am. She followed him to someone's house because she's like, where is he going? I'm just like, girl, you're down bad. Come on.
She's down very bad. And Asta, all he loves is Sister Lily.
Literally, it's so good.
It's all Sister Lily, and but it's Noelle is adorable. Yeah, Mimosa wins it for me though. You haven't seen her as much as I have and everything. Yeah. When you get caught up, I'll ask you this question again, or we'll talk about it again, and you'll probably be like, "Yeah, Mimosa."
There's I assume it's in the sub as well. Mm-hmm. There's this shot where the episode opens up and it's just Asta just screaming. Yeah. Oh shit! Hold on. GarageBand feedback is but yeah, it just caught me so off guard, and I was just like, "What the fuck? Why is he just screaming?" I can't help but I know it's such a shonen thing, and I does he just scream in the manga, or is it just the anime?
Yes, he screams a lot in the manga as well. Yeah, he goes off. He goes off in the manga, and I feel like that's where the voice actor kind of went wrong in the beginning because everything was yelling. Even at the first episode when he's running up to give the flower to Sister Lily, he's yelling Sister Lily so much that the L's are actually rolling. Oh, and it's just nonstop screaming when he falls over, or when the little kid's like, "You're annoying," and he just yells It got so bad that the producers actually had to be like, "You have to dial this back." Chill. Thankfully he did. Mm-hmm. But and it's better now. But yeah.
God. And so, because before I started, it's gotten a lot of hate. Why do you think that?
So, I feel like it's gotten a lot of hate because it dropped off.
Okay.
It went, I think it was week to week from the day it started for about 3 or so years. Yeah. And then it just randomly dropped off. Mm-hmm. The reason it dropped off is because it caught up to the manga. Yeah. And they didn't want to go past, throw fillers in. They wanted to stay true to the fans. So they let it sit. The manga's coming back in December, thank God. Yeah. So that's gonna start building up again, so they can start animating it again. But the movie that just came out, I feel like a lot of the hate is twisted towards that, more than the actual series, because even though it was a very it wasn't canon movie, fantastic movie though. I want to say a 7 or 8 out of 10. Wow. Don't watch it until you get caught up.
No. I'm not playing.
Yeah. Just because there are things you'll see in there that kind of spoil for what you haven't seen yet, right? Yeah. Because it's supposed to take place after where the anime ended. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't really heavily focused around Asta, if I'm right about that. Okay. Yeah. It was more about everything else. There was multiple fights happening with different captains, everything like that. But I've never really had anyone I talked to Black Clover about, they always loved it. I've never really seen hate for it. Okay. I feel like the hate came when it disappeared. Mm. Yeah, but it's gonna come back full vengeance.
Yeah. Fucking sick. I am loving it so far. Oh.
Yeah, and it only gets better from here. If I'm guessing correctly from where you're at, I'm pretty sure you're in a dungeon right now.
Am I?
Should be. Yeah. Either you're in the dungeon or you're just past the dungeon.
I'm just about to fight Big Boy.
Yeah. Because Nora's around the same episode as you right now. So I actually got to rewatch it with her, and I'm really excited about that. But yeah, it's Like it's such a good story.
Yeah. I'm so excited. But yeah, fantasy has really taken over my 2023. It's insane. Ever since I finished the first season of Mushoku Tensei before the second one came out, I was like, okay, I need more. Yeah. So switching gears, My Hero.
Oh, I love My Hero, and I love to hate My Hero.
Oh, okay.
I can't hate My Hero right now with like the newest chapters that are coming out. Like so Bakugo kind of got his moment in the latest leaks, and like I'm loving that. Okay, when I say I love to hate My Hero, I love to hate the fandom.
Okay, well, yeah.
Like, it was actually I think My Hero was the first anime my brother and I actually watched together.
Okay.
He's not a huge weeb or anything like that. Like, he watches the occasional anime here and there with me. But he's always been a fan of superheroes. So I'm like, perfect, sit down, let's watch this. And we both loved it. The newest season was one of the greatest.
Yeah.
But still takes the cake is the Overhaul arc. He is my favorite villain. He is the best. He's the best villain to come out of that series. 100%. Yeah. He does so much more than any of the other characters.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Like I think he's Gentle Criminal. Like, what the fuck did he do? He did nothing.
No, I think he was just like the kind of like what Deku could have. I don't know, fucking.
Yeah, but then they introduced him just to bring him back in the manga. I was like, what? When I was reading that, I was like, huh?
Yeah, I don't. God, that was that like little arc of Gentle Criminal, and like I loved the festival.
Oh, the festival was so good. I still listen to the Hero 2 song.
Same here.
Yeah, it's like I think it was my number 6 top song of 2023.
Valid. I think the where Mirio is holding Eri. And he's like, "Look, sir, she's smiling." Tears every single goddamn time.
Oh, if you have played the My Hero 1 Justice game? Yeah. If you play the story, that happens as well. Oh. But then they throw a little snippet of Sir Night-Eye comes in, arms around them. It's like, yes, I do see them, Mirio, and I just broke when I played that scene. I was dying.
Oh my god! Oh, that's horrible! Oh my god! Oh. I'm glad you warned me for that, because I would have absolutely been a mess.
Yeah, like I played it to get the 100% all for one Deku to play with it. And I was like, okay, like I can get through it. I already watched it, but nope, I still cried.
Yeah.
But it was worth it. It was worth it. He's the best character. But my brother loves Sir Night-Eye. Okay. And he was absolutely devastated when he died. And this is where me being a dick as an older brother comes into play. I went down to Calgary to visit him for his birthday, and I actually found a Sir Night-Eye Funko Pop. Okay. So I brought it with him, and he went to bed, and I stayed up. I made him a cake, and I put Sir Night-Eye on. I made it look like all construction-y, and then I put the little spike through Sir Night-Eye.
For fuck's sakes.
So he came down early in the morning and just came upstairs screaming at me.
Oh, my God.
But it was so worth it.
That's so good. Oh, my God.
I like to laugh about the horrors we face, right? If you can't laugh about it, then what is it?
Yeah, exactly. So what is your favorite part about My Hero? Because everyone has a different, I think, a different reason for loving / hating My Hero.
So I think my favorite part about My Hero, it's not even like anything to really do with the characters. It's more of the soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like I've always been a big guy where like movies and everything depends on the music. Like you can, like a scene can be the best scene ever. If it doesn't have the right music behind it, it loses everything. Yeah. So just to hear the Yusei run come in when you see All Might or any of the themes, just to come in when they're doing that, it hypes it up more for me. Yeah. And I get more excited. But like, I love the fights. Don't really care for the drama. Just give me the fights. That's all I want.
Your typical shonen fan, everyone.
Yes, I need more All Might. Like, I don't care what you do, All Might. Just come back, steal the power back.
Just take it. Just mine. God. So, what do you think, in your opinion, is like the kind of worst arc or season of the anime so far?
Oh, that is for My Hero, the worst arc. Yeah. I honestly think it's that little snippet for like the Gentle Criminal. Like as much as I loved like the festival and everything, it's definitely that one. I know a lot of people hated the My Villain Academia one. I absolutely love that arc. That was
it gives you more into in depth into the characters.
And it was great animation too. Like it was perfectly done.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to, like the festival one, I wouldn't even really say is an arc.
No,
I think it was more the forest one.
Yeah.
Like the only good thing to come out of that forest fight was seeing Deku fight Muscular for the first time.
Yeah.
But other than that, there wasn't anything else, right? It was just them training and everything, and could have gone all throughout that. And then it led into United States of Smash, which still hurts.
I got tears again. Goddamn. I asked this to all the anime veterans I have on the show. If someone was just getting into anime today, what would you recommend be their first like little dip into anime?
Okay, so that actually just recently happened too. So my usual go-to is either Demon Slayer or Attack on Titan. Start them off with something easy, a shonen, just get them into like the whole gist of what anime is.
Yeah,
I'm not one of those guys that'll be like, oh, Boku no Pico. Like, no, thank you. It happened to me, unfortunately, and I'm never gonna put that pain onto anyone else.
Oh God.
But yeah, definitely something shonen. Nothing too long as of right now. So like once Demon Slayer gets longer, maybe I'll push that one away and go into something else like Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
But once they get hooked onto those, they're stuck.
Yeah.
Like it happened with like some of my good friends, like from when I was at Samsung, like they all started watching anime after I got there.
Yeah.
And it was all because I got them hooked, and then now we have like host parties where we all go and watch anime together.
I love that.
Like it's amazing.
I love that. Yeah, I always go with Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Like because it's just such an easily digestible.
Yeah, it's an easy story. The fight sequences are good. The animation comes out great. Like it's not one you can go wrong, right? It's no one can hate that one.
Yeah. We recently did a rewatch of the entire series, and I'm just like, I love it.
I want to do a rewatch so badly.
Yeah.
But I can't get past the movie. Like I've seen it all.
Yeah.
I can't rewatch the movie. I don't want to see my boy die again.
that's a running theme on this show. Is that movie being like, I don't want to watch it.
It's like I know he dies. I don't want to see it die again.
Yeah.
Like he's. Like Rengoku's my favorite.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like my next tattoo is gonna be like a whole dedication to Rengoku kind of thing.
Yeah. What is it? Because it always seems Rengoku, Jesus. Rengoku is not everyone's favorite, but most people's favorite. What do you think it is about the character that kind of just
it's the way he holds himself, his confidence, his like he's even in the rankings, like if you watch like YouTube rankings, stuff like that, where they rank the characters, he's not ranked that high. Like I think he's like ranked around 6.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's how his character presents himself, where he knows that he has to save these people. He does it. And I feel like when he took like one look at the 3 of them, he was basically like, okay, like you know your stuff. I don't need to worry about you guys. You guys go do your own thing. He was a teacher, but he wasn't a teacher. And he always looked out after them first, especially like when Akaza came to attack the downed Tanjiro.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why people like him because of who he is. It's kind of a broad subject for that, but
no, that's good. Because I agree. He was my favorite Hashira until I met Mitsuri.
I mean, you gotta love her. You
Yep.
gotta love her.
Yep.
And she was actually a student of Rengoku, so I mean,
exactly.
you're still following the same part.
Exactly. Was there any character in Demon Slayer that you weren't expecting to like, and then you did end up liking?
So I haven't read the manga. I know of what happens, stuff like that, because I've been spoiled the manga. I'm okay with that. Honestly, I can't remember his name, but in the Swordsman Village arc, he's the one that eats the demons. I can't remember the guy's name. Genya, thank you.
Genya, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to like Genya.
Yeah.
Just from the first interaction, but then seeing that episode, and the episode with his mother and everything that came out on Mother's Day, and that one.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, the sub one came out on Mother's Day.
Oh my God!
I immediately called my mother after, and I was like, "Happy Mother's Day! I love you." But yeah, it. After that, I was like, "Holy shit! Like this guy's good." And then to see him go, because I associated him with Bakugo because he's got Bakugo's same voice actor for the sub. So all I'm hearing is Bakugo.
Yeah.
But then seeing his softer side, I'm like, okay, you're your own little baby. Let's take care of you.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. Watching through the first, I want to say 2 seasons. I hated Zenitsu so much. I'm like, why are you even here? Please stop yelling. I rather you go away, please. But like, I think it was the red light district where I was like, okay, all right, you can stay, all right. Just stop yelling. Just stop.
So now that you said that about Zenitsu, I got to ask you about Stark from Freyren because they're very similar.
They are. I think Stark is more kind of down to earth than Zenitsu. Also less of a woman lover.
Fair.
Yeah, I think Stark. I also like that Stark kind of doesn't think he's strong, but is also extremely strong.
Yes.
Like he's like, no, I can't do this, and then just slays an entire dragon.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Are you gonna come down and help me?" He's like, "It's already dead."
Yeah, literally. And he's like, "Oh," and like Zenitsu just sleeps.
Yeah,
and then he's badass. But he does get better. He does get better.
He does, yes. I'm actually really excited. I think. Oh, actually, today they were announcing new stuff for Demon Slayer. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't.
But we're gonna get more information. I think it's gonna come out. Hostile training arc, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's when we're gonna see like Zenitsu like great, not that arc, but maybe the arc after his greatest fight.
Yes,
that'll be exciting to see.
100%. I just got there in the manga.
Like.
Yeah,
I'm super excited for it.
Friggin' so good. So I had a conversation about this with a friend yesterday. So Shonen has a lot of fights.
Oh yes, yeah.
What are your favorite Shonen fights?
Oh, why you gotta do this to me, man?
All time.
Why you gotta do this to me? That is, I think I actually have it written down.
Wow.
Because I might. No. The reason why I have it written down is because, like, for like my channel and everything, I'm pretty sure my friend and I were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Let's see. It's under YouTube. No, I do not have it written down. Okay. Damn it. All right. So yeah. Greatest fights of all time.
Yeah. Or like your favorite.
My favorite. Okay, my favorite. That's so tough.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, Rengoku's not up there. Rengoku does have a great fight and everything. Yeah. It has to be. It's a very close in between Luffy and Kaido.
Okay.
In the newest One Piece, where he unlocks like his new power and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That one was just phenomenal. I think the whole Wano arc took like 4 years, but this fight lasted like 20 weeks.
Jesus.
And it's just like Luffy got knocked down like 3-4 times. Like he was down for the count.
Yeah.
But he still got back up and continued fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very long sequence, but it's fantastic. There was a fight that happened recently that I saw. Shit.
It's okay.
It's a very tough one.
Yeah.
But if I had another like really big you know what? Yeah. Yeah, I know which one to pick.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sukuna versus the Maharaga.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
that is that is a top one for me for sure. Like when I first watched it, I sat there just in a complete fucking trance.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what the fuck was happening or anything like that. Like I'm just like losing my shit. And then after like the whole thing was over, I was like, we have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Like I have to go back.
Yeah. My favorite of all time, and it gave me the same sensation as that as you. Was Tengen versus Gyotaro or
Yeah,
that's the
Gyotaro. Yeah,
Gyotaro. Yeah. Just the flippin' animation.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't get over it. Like, I literally watched it and like my jaw was just on the floor the entire time.
Yeah, it's one of definitely the top fights in Demon Slayer right now. I actually feel like it's better than the newest one that he had, that Tanjiro had. It's definitely way better than that. The score of it as well, the music behind all of his like the piano shots and everything.
Yeah.
beautiful. It is so well done.
So good. Like, I also liked this is a soft spot because he's my boy. I still think the Choso and Itadori fight is my favorite of the season.
That was a top one.
Yeah. Like I just love Choso so much.
Yes. I'm so excited to see more of him.
Oh my God.
Seeing him in the manga, I absolutely love it. And I love the memes that are coming out right now with Toji and Choso.
Yep.
Like I saw this one where Choso stole the Itadori from his Toto's necklace. And then he's sitting there. He's like, he's my brother now.
I love that. But yeah, I just love Choso. And I love his his ability. Shit. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh man, God. Yeah. I'm trying to think of one more fight.
Oh, I thought of another one. Another top one.
Go ahead.
Levi versus the Beast Titan.
Oh,
that is
yeah.
One of the greatest. Attack on Titan is one of the greatest.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
When I was actually in Japan, I found I was walking around in this random mall, and they had this VR ride. Where you can actually sit on it, and you're following behind Levi as he's going to the Beast Titan, and you're just sitting there going around. It's like the best experience ever. Like it was so much fun. It made me want to go home, build ODM gear, and just start taking that shit out. Like it's something we need.
Yeah, God, yeah. That fight was the first time during AOT that I went like it's a very let's go holy
yeah.
Oh,
I still use Erwin's speech as motivation when I'm at the gym. I have a song
good.
that's remixed for when I'm lifting weights that is just him screaming and raging, and I'm just like, let's fucking go. It's like, let's pump this weight.
Yeah, I love that. I think I'm trying to think.
It's a tough one.
Is. I think Overhaul versus Deku.
Oh, yes.
Another fight that I literally the animation my jaw was like or like the fight at the end of the second movie of My Hero.
Oh, with
Bakugo and Deku teaming up against what's his face?
9. Yeah, that one where they both use the
all
one for all.
When I saw that in theaters, I was like, "Oh, cool! I'm glad I'm in a dark room because I peed myself." Like Jesus. Like,
I remember watching that in the movie theaters the first time. I actually I was went with my friend Jesse, and I looked over at him, and he looked over at me, and we were both like, "Fuck!" And then when you hear Deku go sayonara, one for all, we're just tears coming down. Like, no, and this isn't the end for Deku.
The friggin' music with it, I love it when fights don't just go with sad music or soft music. I'm like, ooh, put it in my veins.
I love this song as well, but I had to remove it from my Spotify playlist because I'd be driving down the highway and be like, that song would come on, I'd just be like, no, I'd just start crying.
Yeah, and understandable.
I had to get rid of it.
Understandable, because oh my God, I literally was a bawling baby.
Yeah, no, the Deku and Overhaul as well is definitely one of the best ones. Overhaul's one of my favorite villains of the entire series, and I'm still trying to convince one of my friends to let me borrow their daughter so I can dress her up as Aerie and go to a convention dressed as Overhaul and have a little Aerie with me because she's 2 years old, and I'm like, oh my gosh, please.
Please let me have your child.
It's gonna be with full consent. I'm not gonna kidnap this child, and she watches anime too. She's down for it. Yeah. So hopefully one day.
That would be.
It's either really that or I'm gonna convince Nora to. I'll just be like, you're small enough. It's let me just dress you up as Aerie, and I'm gonna go as Overhaul.
Oh my gosh. So speaking of the My Hero movies, did you see the third one?
Yes, I've seen all of them. Yeah.
Okay. Rhodey is one of my favorite characters they've ever made.
Yeah, he was a very good addition to the series, to the movie. I did not feel like he would be that good. Yeah. I'm actually pretty sure. I believe I'm 90% sure he comes back in the manga. Yeah. You do see him for a little bit.
Panel of but we saw it in theaters, and I don't think that movie was done.
Yeah.
No. There was a shot of Todoroki that was straight up just 2D. Where 2D, I was just like, why does it look like this? Why? Everyone else was working on Mob or something. I don't know what Studio Bones was doing. Please pay your animators. Like,
Yeah, I think that was the last movie to come out before Mappa hit the stream, and then Mappa. I feel like with Mappa running the train on all their employees right now has kind of pushed all of their animators to be like, okay, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
And they're starting to pick up the game too.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy to see all throughout.
It's like the amount of, especially like, we're in December right now where we're recording. This season, like the amount of incredible, like God-worthy animation that's coming out is insane.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
Like there's no other like point to put it. Like
No.
To come in every week and know that you're going to be getting a great episode from, like, there's so much trust put into this one, and like no matter what anime they do, I know it's coming out good.
Yeah.
Because they did Vinland Saga this year too, and that came out phenomenal.
Yeah.
They did Attack on Titan. That one was fucking phenomenal as well. Like that broke me. I'm still trying to recover from the final season.
Yeah.
It's been about just over a month now. Yeah. Still trying to recover.
Yep.
Don't know if I will.
But like, even like they're kind of, I said this last episode, was with Hell's Paradise. You could tell that obviously it wasn't their main focus. Yeah. Because it's not JJK or Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, it was a brand new anime that didn't have the same hype as those ones. It was still popular. Yeah. But it didn't have the hype that Chainsaw Man brought. Mm-hmm.
But which I hope it. I wish it got that.
And I'm pretty sure it's got it now, especially with like how well the season 1 did.
My God.
Like my friend kept telling me, read the manga, and I'm a very big advocate of, if I'm watching the anime and I like it, I don't want to read the manga because I don't want to spoil it for myself and enjoy it written down. And then I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, this is coming. Oh my God, that's coming. Yeah. Because I did that with Dr. Stone, and now I'm like that with every episode. Yeah.
It's like, and
I'll literally be sitting there with my roommate and be like, oh, pay attention, it's coming up. So I don't want to be like that with every anime. Yeah. But yeah, Hell's Paradise was phenomenal this year. Like they took a story that I didn't think would be good and made it good. The gore is fantastic. Oh, that's the one thing that anime needs. Anime needs gore. Yeah. Because they can do a lot more than what a like live action or like human show can do. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to see what comes next. Like where they left it off. I want to know more about this world. I want to know more about what they're there to find.
100%. Where they left it, I was like, "Excuse me, can you not? Can you just one more episode to clear things up? Come on, yeah, please." But I went in not knowing a thing. Mm-hmm. I knew that it was part of the Dark Trio in Shonen, which is JJK, Chainsaw Man, and Hell's Paradise. I knew that the mangaka was, my stomach, was a former editor of Chainsaw Man. Okay. So I knew it was going to be fantastic because all of Fujimoto's old editors have gone on to make great things. Okay. So I was like, it's going to be good. And then I watched short little man bite out an Adam's apple out of a person's throat, and I'm like, uh-oh, this is good. And it's essentially like Samurai Suicide Squad.
No, now that you mention that, it's exactly like that. That's hilarious you're mentioning that.
Yeah, so Suicide Squad was... Whoopsies. Hell's Paradise was fantastic. Yes. I loved it. It was beautiful. I don't know what purple... I always forget purple girl's name.
Yuzuriya.
Oh, man. No.
Yeah, no. And she's... Yep. She's there for the fan service. And I'm all for it.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Mappa. I know
especially
you're watching this.
The scene where she like started like secrete liquid all over her. I was like,
I'm like, thank you. Thank you. From all of us here, thank you. She's also like an interesting character. Mm-hmm. Like where it like delves into like...
Yeah, we don't know much about her right now. We don't. We're gonna find out more, and I cannot wait for that. Yeah, it's gonna be good. But unfortunately, Moon, you are gonna have to find a new term for when explaining it because the new Suicide Squad anime that's coming out. Yeah, it's if you say that it's the Suicide Squad of anime, it's like, oh, but there's already one.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trailer for that yet?
I have it.
Can we talk about Harley Quinn's voice? Oh yes.
Yep.
And actually, I found this out yesterday. Toto's voice actor, is going to be doing King Shark.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so the sub version is going to be doing
Okay.
King Shark. So it's going to be cool to see what he's doing there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah, yeah. When I saw it get announced. I was like, okay, and then it said Wit Studio, and I was like, oh, you have my attention. Like you have. I am sitting. Let's go. And then I saw the trailer, and I was like, also, they did not need to make Clayface that hot.
Yeah.
Like
They didn't
all.
They didn't make anyone that hot.
No.
Like Joker looks like.
Yeah.
This Joker is gonna rank higher than the Jared Leto Joker, 100%.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
Like
it might actually take over like Mark Hamill in the animated, depending on how he does it. It's a stretch. It's a stretch. I'm not saying that for sure because Mark Hamill's one of the greatest.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's gonna do well.
Yeah.
But the Harley Quinn though. Oh. Like, don't get me wrong. I love Margot Robbie. I love Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, but this might be my favorite Harley Quinn. Just hearing the voice for the first time, like I literally was like, "Holy fuck!" Another shrine's on the way.
Yep. So you collect figures. Speaking of shrines,
Yes, I collect way too many figures. Yes.
What is before we go? What is your favorite figure that you have?
So I actually think I have a picture of it. I'll show you it here.
I'll put it on screen because we can now.
Yes. It's kind of hard to. So I'll find it as I'm talking. I tend to get a little distracted, so my bad.
All good.
I was actually in Japan when I found it, and it is a Jojo figure.
Okay.
But my biggest stigma with Jojo figures is I do not like the posable figures whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like those posable ones, I absolutely hate them.
Yeah.
And I went to this one store called A-Stop.
Yes.
A-Stop is like this little Japanese store where they have these little cubicles that people can rent out and display their figures. So I went there with about I want to say about $1,300, just for stuff, you know.
Yeah, just for stuff.
Just go look.
Yeah.
Wasn't gonna leave with anything.
Yeah.
And I think I walked past this case I want to say 12 times. And I was really contemplating. I'm like, should I?
Yeah.
Should I? And then I finally pulled the trigger. And then it only ended up costing me about $700.
Okay.
I got too many photos. I do apologize.
All
I'm still
good.
scrolling through.
All good.
And I hope this is the right.
$700. Holy shit.
But it was 4 different figures.
Oh.
But they all come together to make one.
Oh, that's sick.
Let's see.
All right. So let's see this figure.
Yes. So here it is in A-Stop, the actual case of it. It's the top 4. So it has Star Platinum, The World, Dio, and Jotaro.
Oh, that's
all
so
standing
sick.
together.
Yeah.
And it's got that's not something I would find anywhere else in the world. So it was pricey, but it was so worth it. That's probably one of my top figures. I actually just put it on display recently because I had nowhere to put it. And I was like, I have to go get its own specific thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably the only JoJo figures I'll ever buy. As much as I want to get more of Jolene and stuff like that, I don't like the posing ones.
Yeah.
They just don't look right to me. So yeah.
God damn. Love that. Well, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I definitely got to bring you onto my YouTube one as well.
Yes.
I'm actually planning on doing a cosplay versus cook challenge. So I'll probably bring you on as one of the judges there.
Yes, please.
We're going to be picking a food from anime.
Yeah.
And then my roommate, he's a professional cook, and then I have cooking experience. But I'm going to be dressed as the character. Yeah. And we're going to compete against each other.
I love that. I will. Yes, please. Food.
Yes. Food for sure. Yes. That's the way to a man's stomach. A man's heart, sorry.
Exactly. So where can the people subscribe, follow you?
So with my YouTube, it's One More Anime. One more is together, and then the number 1. And then you can find me on Instagram at liches_light. And yeah, thank you for having me.
Perfect. Thanks for being on. My name is Adam Corky. You can follow me anywhere on the internet under Adam Corky. Except for Instagram, where I'm Corky Cosplays. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Ko-fi.com/Adam Corky. If you want to donate, you get a shout out on the podcast. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.